Yo, what's up, guys? Man, what a wild and crazy game this was between Italy and Germany in the second leg of the Nations League quarterfinal. But unfortunately, Italy does not advance, tying Germany 3-3 in the second leg, guys, but unfortunately losing 5-4 on aggregate, getting eliminated from the Nations League, guys. So I will say this, guys, I think we could all agree that that first half was absolutely horrendous by the Italian national team. There are so many words to explain that first half. It's not even funny. Like, disgusting, lethargic, stagnant, so many things. Germany were dominant again in that first half. I thought they were the way better side, of course. Obviously taking a 3-0 lead in the first half, absolutely dominating Italy from top to bottom. Germany were implementing this super high press, and Italy could not do anything to figure it out, guys. Germany had a man on every player, had every pocket of space covered. Italy could not find a way to break down Germany's high attacking press, and we could see it too. Italy was suffocated in their own end. Germany were dominating possession, pressing high. Obviously Spalletti once again with questionable selections in his starting 11 today. Like, his biggest questionable selection today was starting Daniel Maldini, of course, guys. And listen, I like Daniel Maldini. He's a nice young player, but he hasn't done enough to be starting for the Italian national team, let alone being called up. And he had a horrendous first half. He is at fault for the penalty that Italy conceded. He had Di Lorenzo wide open on the flank, didn't make the pass. He tries to make a difficult pass to Moise Kean. Germany intercept the ball. They go downfield, and then obviously Buongiorno commits the foul, and Germany get the penalty shot, obviously. And then after Kimmich scores the goal to make it 1-0 for Germany. Like, it was an absolutely disgusting half by Italy. They couldn't place 2 to 3 passes together. Like I said, they looked lethargic at times. They were stagnant. Like, it just was a horrendous half, and Germany was just all over them, dominating, guys. It was absolutely crazy to see. And then obviously we saw what happened on the second goal. Italy completely lost out there, not paying attention, talking to the ref, complaining, and Germany take advantage of their opportunity, catching Italy off guard, and Musiala scores a goal, which I felt was bullshit, obviously. Guys, the ref should have stopped the play and let the players get into position, but no. Marciniak, who I felt had a tough game at times in the second half, the referee, that play there shouldn't have been called. They should have let the players set up. But Germany, like I said, they were smart. They pulled off what Liverpool did to Barcelona all those years ago in the Champions League. Quick corner kick. And Spalletti acknowledges it too, that he knew that Germany take quick corner kicks. But he says, you know what, at this point now, it's better that they score a goal so we learn our lesson. Like, this is the manager of Italy we're talking about here. Guys saying these things after the game. Like, it's absolutely pathetic if you ask me. And then the third goal there, just once again, Italy defending-wise, horrendous off another cross. And Germany scored. Donnarumma almost makes the save, but unfortunately, it goes over the line. And Germany takes a 3-0 commanding lead. It was like, I cannot believe the performance that this team put in the first half after the way they played on Thursday, which I didn't think was bad, but Germany were the better side. You would have thought Italy would improve tactically wise and maybe change a couple players in the starting 11. But Luciano Spalletti, who's a moron, who I feel is just a fraud at times as a manager. If not, he is a fraud. And the way that he managed this game today was pathetic. Obviously, Italy came out in the second half way better. Of course, a little bit more motivated. They score a goal early in the second half. Moise Kean, great first goal for him to score. A beautiful goal off a Germany turnover. Spalletti had obviously made the change. He subbed out Gatti, brought in Politano, shifted Di Lorenzo down, and he brought in Davide Fratesi. Another guy who I felt should have started over Daniel Maldini, because Frattesi's been one of the better scorers for Italy, if not the top scorer, under Spalletti. So if you guys ask me, not starting Davide Frattesi was a massive mistake by Luciano Spalletti. I would have started Frattesi right behind Moise Kean as the trequartista. That would have been the most suitable idea, right? And he finally played Di Lorenzo on the right flank there, but that was only due to the fact that Calafiori was injured, of course. So after Luciano Spalletti makes these changes, Italy started playing better. Of course, it's 3-1 Germany. Then we saw Keane score another goal, and Italy have life, right? And we're thinking to ourselves, they can actually come back and maybe win this game. It was 3-2. You had to score 2 more goals to tie it up on aggregate, maybe force a penalty shootout. And Italy almost did it. We saw what happened there with Italy, where we saw the penalty that was called back, of course, which was absolutely pathetic if you guys ask me. Absolutely horrendous by the referee. That was a penalty. I think it was a penalty, guys. They say he got a slight touch of the ball. That's ridiculous for me, honestly. If the penalty that Italy got conceded in the first half was a penalty, then that one on foul on Di Lorenzo in the second half was a penalty. Clear. I think it was a penalty, guys. You guys leave a comment if you guys think it was or not, but I think that Italy deserved a penalty there. It was wrongfully taken away from them. Should have been a penalty, guys. And I guarantee you, if Italy scored that penalty there, they're coming back ready to score another goal. Now, before that penalty, they had another opportunity. Politano had Keane wide open in the box there. Should have passed it to him. I don't know why he didn't. But after we had the penalty disallowed, and then after we saw what happened later, Italy did get a penalty with a punch in from a cross off a corner kick. Italy go and score the penalty. Jack Raspadori does it, and Italy come back from 3-0. Now, it was a great second half for Italy, guys. But the problem was too little, too late, of course, for the national team and Luciano Spalletti. Honestly, guys, Germany go on to obviously go through a Niagara 5-4, like I said. But this game here, guys, was just another example of Luciano Spalletti's incompetence. Like I said, should have started Fratesi. Why are you calling up Daniel Maldini? All right, Di Lorenzo looked really good in a right wing-back position, guys. I don't know if you guys noticed. He was getting upfield. Italy had a good chance at the beginning of the game there where he crossed it in the box there. Unfortunately, didn't score. But I like Di Lorenzo as a right wing-back more than I do as a third center back. I prefer Buongiorno, Calafiori, and Bastoni. That's just me, guys. But once again, the manager fails this team again, doesn't make the right selections. This team, tactically wise, doesn't make changes. This manager here, guys, I would not be sad if he decided to quit tomorrow. I honestly wouldn't, or if they sacked him. Because these are not the type of performances of the standard of the Italian national team. Going down 3-0 to Germany, getting dominated like that. But the biggest key factor why Italy made that comeback was because Germany stopped high-pressing them. Once Germany sat back and let Italy attack them, that's when the game changed. So it's not really credit to Spalletti. It's more credit to the fact that the players had more freedom on the field to move around and Germany sat back and they got a little complacent. That was the biggest factor in today's game as why Italy came back. Spalletti, if you guys ask me, drives me nuts. His player selection is brutal. I would have even brought in a guy like Lorenzo Luca a little bit earlier. I wouldn't even have subbed out Moise Keane, who had a spectacular second half. And he was probably the best player on the field. Even another guy like Tonali, he didn't have the best of games. I would have left him on the field too. A lot of question marks regarding Luciano Spalletti, guys. The player selections, the tactics. Sometimes this manager doesn't make sense to me, guys. The way Italy played, I remember when they played France a few months ago, back at the end of 2024. Italy was dominating that game. They destroyed France in France. They were spectacular. And where's that team? Honestly, I wish I knew where that team was. Fratesi played in that game. They played a high-pressing game. They were really good in that game. I don't see the same thing with this team 3 to 4 months later on. I really don't. And Spalletti's got to have to either make a tactical change or start calling up the players that are in form and stop favoring certain players, honestly. Because certain players should not be on the national team, guys. And he's calling them up, which I don't think is right. He needs to start making the proper selections, change the tactics if the formation doesn't work. Because 3-5-1-1 works at times. But then sometimes it doesn't work. Like today, Germany was all over Italy before they made the changes at halftime, guys. But guys, not a great first half for Italy. Way better second half by the team. They showed a lot of character, a lot of fight. They did what they had to do to come back and try to get a result. But like I said, too little, too late for the Italian national team, guys. Luciano Spalletti, I blame majority of why Italy went down 3-0 and why they struggled in these two legs against the Germans, guys. But guys, that's it for this video today. Thank you very much for watching. As always, guys, click like if you like this video. Subscribe if you guys want to see more content. Forza Italia sempre, guys. And remember, if you do not watch sports, you're more. Ciao, guys.